Y'all think LeBron's son should stay in the draft?
Yeah. I mean, he's showing that he can hang with the people in the summer league. He just scored 14 points the other day. Played pretty good summer league game. He had one of the highest vertical jumps at the summer league camp. Um, I mean, there's nothing he can't do that anybody else can do. Just like the recruit, this is like the recruiting said. They think that he was hold back at USC, and I get it. I mean, he had a cardiac arrest to start the season. I mean, goddamn. I mean, he had a cardiac arrest to start the season. He missed some games. He come back. Okay. Oh, he averaged 4 points something. Who cares? The guy can play ball. Oh, okay? Look at Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving played 10 games minimum at Duke his first year. He played freshman year 10 games. Went to the league. Look at him now. Hey, the guy can ball. So and people just knock him because he's LeBron's son. But I mean, a hater gonna knock on greatness all the time. So do what
Of
you
course.
want.
Man, you seen that man great already?
No, they're knocking him because of his dad.
Oh, okay.
But
Me?
but LeBron is great. So you gonna hate on greatness. So you gonna hate on his sons. You don't want him to succeed because you don't like his dad. So it's a double standard.
True. Me personally, I feel like he should have stayed another year in college, whether it was at USC or somewhere else. Because my thing is, you weren't even the best player on the worst team. I understand, he had the cardiac arrest and stuff like that. But my thing is, you still average 4.5 points a game. That doesn't scream somebody to be drafted. Now, mind you, it's been stuff in the past with previous players who's averaged 10 points or less that went on to the NBA and was great. I'm not saying it's not going to be him, but sometimes I just hate when people put potential on people when we need to call it for what we see.
What do you see?
I see somebody. I'm going to use a basketball player, for example. He reminds me of a Marcus Smart. He's an overall player. He's not going to sit there and give you 15, 20 points a game. He's going to give you production that's not on the stat sheet.
Mark Smart averaged 15, 17 points a game. What are you talking about?
Well, he can be a defensive player. Let me just say that. He can be a really good defensive player that's not going to give you 15, 20 points a game because he didn't do it in college. He averaged 4 points a game.
He missed half of the season because he had cardiac.
What about the rest of the season he played?
He had cardiac arrest. My damn, do you know how serious that is?
That is serious. But he just dropped 13 points in that combine
in a summer league game, right? So
summer
you know
league.
The potential for the
what
best.
What was the potential in college? You know what? It's people like you that go back to him, I don't know, playing in the McDonald's game in his high school career, saying, let's just skip whatever he did in college. Let's skip whatever we seen in college. Yes, he's an all-around player. Yes, whatever he do is not going to show on the board. He can play really good defense. Oh, yeah, he got a 40-inch vertical. He still averaged 4 points a game. 4 points a game. And
what does
see,
that mean?
And then now people are covering all this stuff up with LeBron.
4 points a game.
He averaged 4 points a game.
I don't understand. You the narrative is all wrong. Okay, you go out and get a guy that averaged 20 points a game. He come into the NBA and don't do shit. So what's your narrative now?
I already took my chance with something. I tell my chance somebody who scored 20 points a game and somebody scoring 4.
Okay, look at Greg Olsen. I mean, look at Greg Oden. Look at Greg Oden. What did he do? What did he do? Look at Zion Williams. Look what he's doing. Look at Ball. What is he doing? Look at his brother. What is he doing? Come on, let's keep going. Since you want to say the top pick got to average all these points, they got to do all this stuff. Just like I just told you, Kyrie Irving played 10 games his freshman year at Duke. 10 games and was still the number 1 overall pick. And look what he's doing now.
What did you see in them 10 games when he played? How many points did he average?
I mean, he had pretty good points because he was the guy. Look what USC had on their team.
He went to USC. He was on a bad team. He knew this.
Wait a minute. No, he was not on a bad team. He was not
on
a
bad
bad
show. They were bad.
USC. Hold on. Wait a minute, because you talking out your neck and you don't know what you're talking about. USC had the top recruits on their team. They just could never put it together. And he wasn't on a sorry team. Don't get that twisted. And if you think I'm wrong, go look it up. USC had a good prospect team. They were supposed to make a run. That's why they put the team together. That's why the number one recruit went to USC and recruited Bronny James to come to USC. He wasn't going to USC. The top recruit in the nation recruited him to come. So they had recruits on the team. They were supposed to make a run. The team just never could get together. This ain't no Bronny James had a cardiac arrest. They started the season. Then he come back late, mid in the season. They could never get it together. It wasn't his fault. Shit happens.
But if you're the guy, you're the guy. If you're the guy, you're the guy.
What do you got to go out and average 25 points for? When you got a good team full of scores, it's not enough basketball to go around. There's not 12 basketballs on the team. There's one basketball.
All I'm saying is, you can't sit there and think this man's going to be a really good NBA player. I'm not saying he can't go off and be. I'm not saying that he can't go off and be another great NBA player. I'm not saying that. But sometimes let's stop putting expectations on something that we already see. Let's call it for what it is. Everybody.
No,
everybody. Yes, they are. They're using.
The expectation is that they're saying that they're trying to get LeBron to come play with his son. That's what they're saying.
Did you just not say he had a cardiac arrest and the team was decent because they had good players and all this other stuff? You did not judge him for what you seen on the court. He averaged 4 points a game. And now it's other people. Now it's people who saying, forget what he did during the season, a college basketball season. Let's just look at what he did in high school.
Wait, we're not looking at that. This is not me talking. This is NBA scouts talking. They're saying USC hold Bronny James back. They're saying he's a whole different person in the summer league. That's not me just saying. I'm going off the league here. I'm going off scouts. I'm talking facts to you. I'm not talking opinions. That's not what I'm talking. I'm going off what the scouts saying. You're talking opinions.
No, I'm talking facts. He averaged 4 points a game. Fine. 4 points a game does not see. Yes, 4 points a game does not scream first round pick to me.
He averaged 4 points because he on a team full of superstars.
But they were sorry.
4 points because they're on a team.
How come Duke?
Great.
How come Duke, Kentucky, who's full of good players, has a better record?
But did they win anything?
But hold on now.
Did they win anything?
You just said they had good players.
Why is the coach fired and went to Arkansas if Kentucky had all these good players?
Sometimes coaches overstay their welcome.
Shouldn't they made it further than the first round?
Some coaches overstay their welcome.
Hold on. Should Kentucky have made it further than the first round? What? Answer the question.
Yeah.
See, should Kentucky have made it further than the first round if they had all these great players? Come on.
Yeah, you right.
Okay, so you telling me a team that didn't make the tournament? Look, listen, the team that didn't make the tournament, okay, they didn't make it, and the team that was supposedly better than them got put out in the first round. What's the difference? Y'all both at home, and neither one of y'all won a championship. What's the difference? Oh, I get to say I made the tournament. What the fuck is that? Am I ain't holding the trophy at the end of the game, at the end of the year? You know what I mean?
But you just said, at the end of the day, you just said that there was a team full of good players, really good players, but it did not show on the record. It did not show on the record. At least Kentucky showed theirs on the record.
So you looking at records? We playing for records now? Is that what we playing for?
Look, at the end of the day, USC was sorry, and LeBron's son averaged 4 points a game. That's all I'm saying.
What's the ending goal? What do we play for?
To win a championship.
Okay, so what are you talking about? Wins and losses. What is that? Wins and losses. Regular season means shit when you get to March Madness, right? Am I right or wrong? Just because you went 30-0 in the regular season and you went to March Madness and you lost in the second round, who gives a shit you went 30-0? You lost.
But you get the eyes. You get the eyes and the attention.
But you lost.
But especially when you go to March Madness, there's more films that LeBron James' son need.
Like a participation trophy. That's what you is.
Because
you like a participation trophy. That's what you is. Okay, I get it. Keep going.
At the end of the day, if USC would have made March Madness, there's more film for his son to have. Well, Bronny to have.
Why do you need film if you got a summer league? They're playing basketball games. These are the best prospects in the NBA that they invited to the combine. He's playing against the best of the best. What are you talking about?
Watch this, Kobe. Hey, you know the first combine game he played. You know the first combine game he. Kobe, listen to this, Kobe. And how many points did LeBron James son average in the season? Tell me.
4.5.
Okay. His very first NBA combine game, how many points did he score? No, he had 4. He had 4. Okay. End of discussion. End of discussion. End of discussion. End of discussion.
4 points. You said 4 points?
4, cuz.
He didn't ask me. He scored 4.
Not 3.5. 4.
What happened in the second game?
He had 13.
What happened in the second game?
He had 13. Well, where was this at USC? Where was this at USC then? Where was this? If he had potential, then we would have saw this.
Hold on.
We would have saw this. He had 4.5 points.
Hold on. Let's end this. Kobe, let's end this. This motherfucker, did you watch USC end it this year? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you watched women college basketball. So you don't know shit. So you just speaking on what you seen. You speaking on what you read.
And you don't know what the stats showed me? He had 4.5 points a game.
You don't know.
And guess what? Guess what happened here? First NBA combine game, 4 points. Told me everything I need to know. Not 3.5. 4 points.
Okay. On the second game, why did he get player of the game? Why did he get player of the game in the second game? In some of these,
if he can score 13 points against the best of the best, why he didn't do it at USC?
There's another guy in the combine right now, the average just about the same as him. And they him about 10 picks. And he's scoring 16 to 17 points in the NBA Summer League. So what they're saying, that college don't mean nothing. I'm playing in the NBA Summer League. That means I'm playing against the prospects. I'm going to play in the NBA. These are the best of the best.
Then why have college basketball then?
Who do they invite to the draft? The best of the best. Who they think they're going to go first and second round. Right? So if I can average 13 to 16 points against the best of the best, I got something going. And then my dad holds weight in the NBA. Even though he say, I don't want to play my dad. My last name is James.
Hey,
I'm going to get there.
Kobe, you know, he talking outside his neck too, right?
No, he ain't talking outside his neck.
This man just told me that it was good players on USC. You can't score 13 points a game because it's only one ball. Then how the heck did he score 13 points with the best of the best?
So you see what you're saying. Oh, you're acting like, okay, he scored 4.5 points per. That don't mean he just averaged 5 points per game. He scored in double digits some games and he scored less some games. Bro, he played half a season. Half a season. Give a man a break. God damn. The man had a fucking cardiac arrest because some could have took his life. Some could have ended his basketball career. But he took a chance and said, I want to come back. I want to get back into the game. The doctors cleared him. He didn't get a chance to practice with the team. He didn't get a chance to do nothing with the team. He just jumped back out there. And he was coming off the bench. If he would have not had a cardiac arrest, he would have been starting. So I guarantee you he would have averaged more points. So he didn't get the minutes as a starter. So he couldn't average the points as a starter.
Right.
So you're talking about all this 4 or 5 points per game. That means nothing. That means totally nothing. Because right now he's showing you that I can play with the best of the best. So watch me work.
Okay. I understand with the cardiac arrest. I hate that happen. You know, that'll shake somebody to their shoes. So at the end of the day, we don't play the what if game. Yes,
I'm telling you the facts.
Okay, but at the end of the day, we have to call it for what we see. So we can't sit here and say, "Oh well, if that situation didn't happen, he'll have been a starter, and he probably would have did this and that." And now we just can't sit here and act like him playing the games that he did, averaging 4 points a game. Yes, it was just like this. Maybe he scored 15, then the next time he scored 3. I understand that. But we have to go off what we see when he was on the court. He's not ready for the NBA. Give him another season in college.
Okay.
But guess what? He's in a situation where his daddy probably told him after that cardiac arrest, we're done with college. You need to go ahead straight to the NBA. And I feel like in the back of his mind, that will probably holding him back too. The cardiac arrest and his mind was probably on the NBA already.
So you saying the college player? So a great college player should take his team over the hump, should lead his team to at least a tournament, right?
I'm gonna say you can't average 4 points.
No, I'm saying you said a good college player, a good potential NBA prospect college player should at least have the capability of bringing his team to at least a tournament, right?
No. If you're gonna be the best,
we're just out here scoring. We're just out here ball hogging to score points. That's what you're saying.
Yes, you have to. And if you sit there and be a team, look, going to the NBA. If you're trying to be a prospect for the NBA, you cannot sit there and be a team player. You have to dominate.
Is this tennis, golf, or a team sport?
This is a team sport.
I think it's individual. Golf, I think is individual. Basketball, I think is a team sport. So what we talking about? We talking about individual or a team?
At the end of the day.
We talking about NASCAR? NASCAR is the individual. What you want to talk about? Horseback riding? That's individual. So what we talking about? So fuck it. Let's throw teams out the window. I need to score 30. I need to get mine. I'm going to get mine. I'm not a team player. I'm an individual. I'm going to get mine. Anthony Edwards played for Georgia. They sucked. Georgia sucked. But look what?
He was the best player on a sorry team. He was the best player. He was the best player on the sorry team. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If USC sucks and he's supposed to be a good athlete, he's a good basketball player, he has to be the best player on the team.
Kyrie Irving played 10 games. He wasn't the best player on the team. He played 10 games. So how was he the best player on the team? He was number 1 overall pick.
But how many points did he add?
Hold on, wait. Anthony Bennett that went to Cleveland Cavaliers was the number 1 overall pick. Motherfucker was a bust. Greg Oden was the number 1 pick. Motherfucker never played. He played maybe 40, 50 games his entire career. Zion Williams, number 1 overall pick, ain't never played a playoff game. So what we saying? Let's keep going. Let's keep going right here.
But at the end of the day, the players you just named,
they were number 1 overall picks, right? They were the best player on their team, right?
Yes.
So what we talking about?
Is LeBron James' son can you compare LeBron James' son to all them players you just said? And you tell me should he be drafted at all?
What we playing for? Regular season or championship? Ain't
For
now
some
one
players, both.
to the
For
playoff.
some players, both. LeBron James' son was playing for a regular season because he was going to the NBA regardless because his daddy.
So you rather have James Harden numbers to score 30-some points a game. I ain't never got a ring. I ain't never did this. Than have somebody else's name that got 2 or 3 rings.
All I'm saying is, but hold on, I'm gonna tell you this: I'd rather get a James Harden on my team than LeBron James, a Bronny Jr. come out of college, averaging 4 points a game.
Bronny James and James Harden.
At the end of the day, I ain't finna draft somebody that ain't got potential right now. I'm calling
James
like
Harden
I see
came
it.
out the bench. James Harden came out the bench at the Oklahoma Thunder.
Did he come off the bench in college?
He never had cardiac arrest. What do you mean?
Y'all keep making excuses for this man. I understand he had cardiac arrest. I understand he had that. I understand he had that. That's what I'm not saying. I get that he had that, but we have to criticize him as a player for the games we saw. I understand that. We can't put an asterisk beside his name just because that happened to him. Yes, I hate that happened. Trust me, I hate it happen. I wish it never would have happened to him. But at the end of the day, we have to judge him for the games he did come back and play. Nobody told him to come play after that. Like you said, he did this on his own. He could have sat out a whole year. But guess what? He came back from that. It was probably in the back of his mind. Yes, scared him. I would be scared too. I don't blame him. But if that was going to hold you back, but I understand that. But at the end of the day, we still have to critique him for the games he played. That does not scream first round pick or second. It's undrafted. But the only reason why he's valued because his daddy said wherever he go, he's going. So that automatically bumps him up to a first round pick because of LeBron.
He didn't say that, did
he?
He said he want to play with his
son. But Bronny said there's no intention. He said, I don't have no intention of playing with my dad. He said, this is my goal. This has nothing to do with my dad. This is my goal. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do.
Thank you for yourself.
But you guys are knocking. You're knocking a kid that's trying to chase his dream, and you're only knocking him because he's LeBron James' son.
No,
that's the whole intent. No, that's the whole intent. Everybody's knocking him because he's LeBron James' son. This kid is trying to chase his dream. He'll come back from a cardiac arrest where he fell out, could have died, could have did this, come back. It takes guts to come back from a cardiac. A lot of guys will retire. They would have retired in that instance.
Okay.
But he come back and change the way and say, I'm going to play. I don't care what I score. I don't care what I do. I just want to be here for my team. But I know I'm a better player than what's shown on the season. And then he comes into the summer league and shows y'all that he's a better player. And y'all still knocking. He just scored 13 points the other day, player of the game, and y'all still knocking. The best of the best.
Okay, let me put this in football terms. Arch Manning. If he takes over after this season and is a basic average quarterback below everything, but he's still a starter, he comes out and try to go to the NFL in his junior year. And everybody Mel Kiper and all them projecting him to be a first round pick. I would say the same thing. He doesn't deserve to be a first round pick. But guess what? It's the name. Y'all gonna be sitting there saying, oh, y'all just saying that because of the last name. No, we're going off production. If his production does not match a first round pick, why would he even be in that conversation? Where are we laying the lines right now? Where are we laying the lines? Are we giving LeBron James his son a pass because he had a cardiac arrest? Are we judging him off his high school film? Or are we just throwing everything away? Are we throwing everything away and only judging him by the combine games? What are we doing? What are we doing? Nobody's knocking him from being LeBron James' son. I'm going off Bronny James Jr., the basketball player from USC. That's what I'm doing.
Kobe, I'm about to show you why people just talk. You know when I said the other day, some people talk with their heart, not with their brain. He just talking out
Uh-huh.
of feeling now, and
That what they is?
he don't know the knowledge. So I'm gonna just speak a little knowledge right here because he said it in the beginning. He told you the truth, and I asked
Uh-huh.
him. I said, did you watch the game? He said, I don't know if you heard it now. He said, no, I didn't watch the game. I watched women college basketball. So you know what
Right.
that tells me? He's
What's that?
listening. He just listening to other people talk. He never watched the game.
No, I looked
He
at.
no.
I
Wait.
went and watched his highlights.
You got to
I
say-
went and watched the
you
highlights
watch
of certain
highlights.
games,
You
and then I
watch
looked at the stat line.
You watch
It's the
highlights.
same
Yeah,
thing.
Brian, I can put your highlights together and make you look like a great player. So let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not talk about highlights. I'm talking about the game. I'm watching the game. I'm following because that's what I do. That's what analysts do.